Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today we're going to do another great workout you can do in your home just like every day. You don't need a big space, you don't need a lot of equipment, and you can do it in a relatively short amount of time. You can make it longer, of course, like I always say. Start with a warm-up of 5 to 10 minutes. Get your heart rate up, get your muscles warmed up and ready to move, and then go through this set of exercises once. I'm doing it in a circuit style, so we're doing one exercise and then moving on to the next. So one muscle group can work while another muscle group is resting. And then you can do another 5 to 10 minutes of cardio, repeat through it again, or you can skip the cardio and just do them all back to back. You could do a set of the exercises, go back through them 2 times, and then follow with stretching. There's a lot of different ways you can do this and make it work in your time frame and within your limits. Okay, so today we're going to start with a lat straight arm pull down. So I've got my tubes here up in the higher part of the door, and we're going to stand with your arms straight. So I want you to stagger your feet so that your back doesn't end up taking any of this. You want to stagger your feet. As always with any exercise, you kind of want a little bit of give here. You want your hips and knees to be flexible a little bit, nothing really rigid. So you don't want them to lock out your knees and lock out your hips. You want them to have everything ready to move, engaging that core. So we're going to start here with your arms straight out in front of you and then pull down straight beside your hips. So you want to keep those arms straight. So we're focusing on your lats, which are the large muscles in your back. 5, 6, keep breathing slowly both ways. 8, 9, and 10. Now, if you found you've chosen a band that's too easy, you can scoot back a little bit. You can double up the bands. If you found you've chosen a band that's too hard, especially, you can scoot forward or switch it out and get a lighter one. That's a little bit harder than it is pulling straight down like this. By keeping your arms straight, you're engaging these lats in the back. So if you keep your elbows bent, you're going to be using your triceps. So keep those arms straight, keep that core engaged, and breathe throughout. Okay, next we're going to do a lower extremity exercise. We're going to do a squat hold. So I would recommend doing this somewhere where you can hang on to something. So either like a sturdy object like this, or your kitchen sink, or underneath a desk or a counter, something where you can hang on and really sit back. You don't have to do that, but if you're at all apprehensive of doing squats, that's what I would recommend doing. So I want you to sit back into the squat, and we're going to just hold it. And I'm going to time you for 30 seconds. Go. All right, so notice that I'm sitting way, way far back, which is why it's helpful to hang on to like a sink or something sturdy so you can really sit back into those heels, squeezing those glutes, just holding it. So you will feel it right now. If your legs are getting tired, really think about squeezing your glutes to help your quads out a little bit. We've got 7 seconds to go. Hold, breathe. Try to keep that chest up nice and tall. Don't be down here. And rest. That was 30 seconds. Good. If that is way too long, start with 10 seconds. Go up to 15 seconds. Gradually go into it. But like I said, just by hanging on lightly to something in front of you can help you sit back into that with good form without putting your knees at risk or any other joints. Okay, next we're going to do an exercise with something filled with water if you have it. If you don't, you can use just like a pillow, or even like a rolled up yoga mat would work really well for this. So what I'm going to use is this. I have this thing called a Surge. This is a very older model. I have a newer model in my gym, but this has water in it. You can probably hear it. And I'm going to have you use it as a battering ram. So, pretend you're breaking down a door. If you don't have one of these, try, which you probably don't, but I like to use it. I think it's fun. So a jug of water works the exact same way. So it's transferring that weight. Use a jug of water for this if you have one, and you can fill it up and make it easy. If not, like I said, you can use a rolled up yoga mat, you can use a pillow, a balance disc, probably not necessarily. If you do a dumbbell, do something smaller weight. Like this probably only weighs 7 or 8 pounds. So I want you to get good athletic stance, feet wide apart, knees bent, hips back, core engaged. And I want you to pretend like you're beating down a door. Give it really a lot of force. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good. I'm going to do the other one with my water jug so you can see how you can apply this at home if you don't have one of those, which you probably don't, but it's kind of fun to use. Okay. All right, ready? We're going to go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Break down that door. 8, 9, 10. Good. So really make it slosh. Don't just move through it. You really want to do it forcefully. All right, those are kind of fun. Next, we're going to do marches. Again, I'm going to use a piece of equipment you may or may not have in your home. I'm going to use this. It's sort of a Bosu. Someone gave it to me. It's not the brand of it. But if you have a Bosu at home, grab it for this exercise. If not, use a pillow. You can use your balance discs. You can use a couple of rolled up towels to stand on and make them kind of squishy, like rolled up, folded up beach towels, like 2 or 3 of them. Different ways you can do this. We're going to march slowly and controlled. So this is going to take a little bit of balance control. This is squishy. Just scoot it back just a little bit. So if you don't have this, like I said, totally understandable, but you can find something to make your stance a little bit squishy, a little bit uneven. Okay, so we're going to slowly march 10 times. You can also just do this on the floor. Standing and marching on the floor is also a very good lower extremity stabilizer, core exercise, and balance. 2, 2. And again, if you are doing this with or without an object to make it squishy, to make your base of support less stable, do it next to something where you can hang on. I would rather you hang on just a little than hurt yourself, of course. Nice and slowly. 7, 8. Yeah, a pillow works really well. Just something to make your base of support a little bit more unstable. I think that was 10. Okay, good. Slow marches. Even if you're just doing it on the floor, that can also be challenging. Marching, trying to keep everything stable, spending time on that hip, really focusing on balance control. Okay, now we're going to get down on the floor. So I'm going to put this out of the way. On your hands and knees. So we're going to do another hip exercise. So hands directly beneath your shoulders, knees directly beneath your hips. And I'm going to have you go straight out like a fire hydrant, back into a straight leg, and then down. Don't put your knee down. 1, this is 2. Nice and slowly. So out to the side, back and straight. 4, and down. Now, if these are really challenging to you, switch at 5. That was 5. I'm going to switch. Out to the side, back. Or you can continue on. We're going to do 10 on each side either way. 3, straight, back. Now, notice I'm keeping my back as flat as I can here, and I'm only going neutral position here with my leg. All right, switch legs again. Out to the side, and only to the point where you lift it, and that's where it stops. You don't want to do this type of thing. So just lift it back to the side, down. That was 1, and down. 3. Try to keep everything as stable as you can, really engaging that core to keep your torso stable. And we'll switch one more time. Again, you could just do all 10 on one side. This is just a good way to mix it up a little bit if you're feeling really tired from these. 3. Keeping your head in line with your spine here. No looking at your leg like this. Your leg will know what to do. 1 more. and down. Again, you can sit back in child's pose, stretch out those glutes and your shoulders. This one always is a very great restorative position. Okay, now we are going to end on the floor again with a plank. So, as always, there are a lot of different ways to do this. You can do it on your hands, you can do it on your elbows. You might want to do it on your elbows since we were just on your hands. So let's do that today. If you can, and you're able to do a plank, I want you to try little marches. So let's go. We've got 30 seconds here. So straight out, or one knee, both knees. You can decide here. And if you're ready and you feel strong enough, you can add tiny little marches. So I want these marches to be quiet, small, and controlled. So no, really kind of banging into them. You got 5 more seconds. All right, good. Okay, that was a great full body workout. Like I said in the beginning of this workout, go through it 1 or 2 more times, add a little cardio in between, keep your heart rate up, and give yourself a great full body workout with calorie burn, and feel good when you're finished. Make sure you're drinking lots and lots of water and stretching when you're finished. If you have any questions, as always, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.